go to Detroit. Pistons hosting Jalen Brunson, the Knicks, for Game 6, trying to force a Game 7, and it was a thriller. 4 minutes to go. Jay, this has been back and forth and back and forth. And look at the defense from the Knicks on that effort, and the other way we're going to go, Mikal Bridges.
Mikal Bridges, 25 points in this game, made critical plays down the stretch with the lefty flush.
So the Knicks owned the first quarter, the Pistons owned the second, the Knicks owned the third, and then the fourth quarter was nuts. Here we go. Pistons, that's Tim Hardaway Jr. It's a 9-0 run, and Allen, it would continue. This will make it a 13-0 run.
Yeah, this series was so drunk, especially in this quarter. It just made sense for the series to end this way.
That one ties it at 103, and then the next possession, Cade Cunningham, who announced himself in this series as a terrific young player. He would score 23, so it's a 13-0 run. Pistons a 2-point lead, 2 minutes and change. It's a 7-point game, but Jalen Brunson's bringing them back.
Again, the strength and the resiliency, the fact that the game is never over, even though at that point it did feel like it was.
He's in the painted area. In this case, he's in the unpainted area.
Are you kidding me?
How does he stay up?
Are you kidding me? Think about the body balance that it takes to maintain his dribble while doing all that.
42 seconds to go. Knicks down by 2. Brunson, no. Bridges, left hand. He would score 25. We're tied at 113, and then here comes the moment. We got 13 seconds to go. The Knicks inbounding near midcourt. Tied game. Mike Breen on the mic.
Knicks trying to wait till the end. Brunson puts up a three. Bang! Bang! Jalen Brunson hits the three with 4.3 remaining, and the Pistons call timeout.
What a moment. Jay Will, what can we say about the legendary move by Jalen Brunson?
I mean, the body control, the way he stopped on the dime, that's what every player wants in basketball. On the road in the biggest moment to shut down that building.
Pistons had a chance, though. 4 seconds left, but they don't get up.
That's Malik Beasley. That's 300 made threes.
They throw it away, and the series ends that way. The Knicks take it in 6.
Just found a way to create some separation. Shot it a little earlier than I wanted to, but I mean, Asar is just a great defender, man. And just the fact that I got that much space, I had to shoot it right there. Happy to ball one in.
Boy, does he seem excited. All right, what unbelievable. It puts an end, as you said, Alan, to just what was a crazy series in so many ways. The Pistons easily could have won this series 6-0, right? And instead they're going home in 6. That's the kind of level of close it was, and each game hanging in the balance, which I think just emphasizes the point that the Knicks needed every moment of that magic that Jalen Brunson gave them through the series. Winman, get it started. What's the first thing to say today?
First off, grade A marketing from Jalen Brunson with the branded thing on his hat. I mean, he had that ready to go. I just want to take you through this play real quick. I think Asar Thompson is one of the great young defenders in this league. He is a great defender in this game. Brunson can't get space on him. He's thinking, don't let him go left. Don't let him go left. Don't let him go left. If he gets me on his hip, he's going to draw a foul. I've got to stop him from going left. Bam! What a crossover. That's Barry Sanders. That's Saquon Barkley. What an absolute amazing moment. And look, and I'm also pleased that this was a 4-2 series because there was a bit of a cloud hanging over, a little bit of a rumbling in the tummy because of what happened in that Game 4 when there was no call, and the Pistons could have been furious if they lost in 7. But Brunson making this play on this great young defender, I believe he held them to 5 consecutive misses and even forced a turnover. This is what the Pistons want. They want Asar Thompson on Jalen Brunson in ISO. Karl Towns is fouled out of the game. They can't go to their pick and roll. They got to go to their star in the clutch. They've got their best defender on him. He gets free. It's an iconic moment. I realize it's a first-round moment, but with this Knicks team, it was humongous.
Jay Will, I woke up to a text from a friend of mine who is a crazy Knick fan. It was just one word: Jordan-esque. It had a little bit of a feel of that. We understand it's not Game 6 of the NBA Finals. It's Game 6 of the first round. But it is, by Knick standards, it's a pretty big moment.
You could make a point that tactically, okay, it's a more difficult shot. Because when Michael Jordan goes this way, look, he goes this way, he pushes off. It's like the lefty bringing the ball back to his left hand, but still, look, Jalen Brunson has more 30-point playoff games than Magic Johnson, Clyde Drexler, Ray Allen, Patrick Ewing, and Dominique Wilkins. And he's done it in 29 playoff games. 29 playoff games. That's not an accident. That's historical. That's the type of moment that you're talking about. This guard, who is my size, 6'2". We are tiny people amongst giants. I'm serious. We are giants amongst normal people we are tiny in this world. The fact that he's able to create that type of separation speaks volumes about why they call him Big Body Brunson.
New York in 3 short years in playoffs now that they've gotten into at least one playoff series. He has become what New York remembers Mariano Rivera as the greatest closer in the history of baseball, closing games, enter Sandman. They might as well play that after a timeout with under 10 seconds to go if the Knicks have the ball, because you know who's getting it and there's nothing you can do about it. He has a move for every situation, and this one here, you love this setup, a ghost screen from Mikal Bridges, doesn't screen it, but just enough to distract Thompson, and then that incredible crossover, the hard pivot, the putting his foot in the ground like Wendy was referencing, and then blowing kisses. Jay, this is the silencer. Yeah. And I'm telling you, for a guy like Brunson, the Knicks won all 3 playoff games on the road in this series.
Yeah.
They have never done that in franchise history.
And I think they won them. I think they won them by 2, by 1, and by 3.
Yes,
I mean, that's how close these games were.
But to do that on the road,
there's no better feeling.
I think that means more to a guy like him than it does doing it at home.
1,000% as a player.
Let me put some numbers up. Cindy, let's do A17 here. These are the numbers on Jalen Brunson in this series. He averaged 31 points a game. Other than Game 5, he scored at least 30 in all of them. In the fourth quarters, Brunson had 66 points in 54 minutes. While shooting 50% from the floor. In clutch time, he had 27 points, which is the most of any player in these playoffs to this point.
I have to say it again, Greeny, and I said it last year, and I'm going to say it again. And I know that he has to close the deal and win a championship. A lot of that is roster construction, the right pieces. I don't think they're actually going to have a chance against the Boston Celtics. But I think we're watching the greatest Knick ever to play in that Knick uniform. I firmly believe that. He embodies everything that I think the Knicks.
Clyde Frazier.
He has a chance to become.
Before said and done.
Yeah.
I think we will be talking about him in that capacity.
Could be. Frazier, Ewing, and Reed. Look, I mean, I know a lot about Knicks history. I was raised by my father was not a Knicks historian, but he might as well have been. The player that he reminds me of, or at least the run that he's on, reminds me of Bernard King.
Yes.
In the early 80s, because those were teams that were not championship caliber teams. They were not going to win the championship, and he was just so individually good that they won some series and they gave good punches, even in '84, to a great Celtic team. That's what Jalen Brunson is here. We will have time a little bit later in this hour to dive into what is coming up now. A very quick moment, if we can, here on the Pistons, though, because as their season comes to an end, look, this has been a franchise, to steal our friend Mike Tannenbaum's word, they've been moribund, right? They have not mattered for what felt like a very long time. And it's nice to see them matter. The NBA is better when the Pistons are good. Those are good fans. There's a good vibe there. They got a terrific young player in Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, I think the next step for Cade Cunningham is having trust in that jump shot down the stretch. They were going under those ball screens, and when they were going under those screens, he didn't take those shots. He kept trying to drive into traffic.